Good morning, miners. Hey, Mr. Voorhees here, and we're going to kick off our second project. This is the Balsa Wood Bridge project. So this is another fun one. It's a little competition. Everybody's going to get to build their own bridge, and I'm going to test them. And whoever's bridge carries the most weight before it breaks is going to be the winner. So should be another fun one. It's another one that's going to take some patience. You know, you're probably going to get frustrated at times building this one, but in the end, I think it'll be a fun project for you. So today we're going to go over an instructional video for how to do your 3-view sketch. All right? Got a one-man show here. Stand by. Okay, hope everybody can see. Okay, so like I said, we're going to do the 3-view sketch for your bridge. And at this point, I'm hoping that everybody's gone through their student guide handout. Okay, very important document here. It's got some good information, some good tips in order for you to build a bridge and have it be successful with our little competition. So read through this if you haven't. At this point, I've put together some ideas, some sketches of different bridges, kind of combine some ideas from different bridges, and I'm going to go with this one. I like this one the best. I think it's a bridge that I can build and one that I can build with some confidence. So this is the one I'm going to go with. So everybody's going to be given another sheet of graphing paper. This one's a little bit different. It's got a tighter grid on it. These are 1/8" squares, and those correspond with the 1/8" balsa wood that you're going to be issued for your project. Okay, so let's see, what else do we got here? Another item that's important before you start drawing up your design is knowing the limitations. Okay, you've got to follow these limitations, not just with building your bridge, but designing it too. So that's what we're going to do first. So I'm going to set those off to the side and get started. So knowing the minimum and maximum lengths, I can go 14 to 16 inches. I'm going to pick a length for my bridge that's right in the middle. So I'm going to go with 15. Okay, so 15 inches. And I'm going to start with my side view, and I highly recommend that that's where you start as well. Okay, so 15 inches for my bottom chord. Okay, I'm going to find a horizontal grid line, and I'm going to line that up with my ruler here, and then go ahead and draw that in. So 0 to 15. Okay, and then let's see. My minimum bridge height is 3 inches, okay? Now, I'm going to try to stick close to that number, but just understand when you're coming up with ideas that if I went with an 8-inch tall bridge, it'd be somewhat foolish to go that tall, because in order to build a tall bridge, I'm going to consume a lot of the balsa wood that's issued to me. So I'm going to try to stay a little closer to those limitations. I'm going to go 3.5. Okay, so make a mark. So that's where the top chord's going to line up. Okay, and I'm just going to draw in just kind of a guideline for now. Okay, so that's my top chord, and let's go back to this bottom chord for a second. Okay, so remember, I said it was 15 inches long. Okay, what's half of 15? Okay, so 7.5, very good. I'm going to make a mark at the halfway point along my bottom chord. That's going to help me find a center line for my bridge. Okay, so I'm going to transfer that mark up to the top chord. Okay, so now I've established a center line. And you'll notice in my sketch, that center line represents that web right there. Okay, you might ask yourself, why do we need this center line? So another slide in your slideshow for the bridge presentation, I gave you a couple examples of different truss designs, okay? And what you're going to find with each one of these is that each one of them, if you draw a line down the middle, you'll find that they're symmetrical. So along that center line, or the line of symmetry, this bridge is the same on the right side as it is on the left side. And that's consistent throughout these. So that is going to yield a good design. It's going to allow that bridge to carry a load and distribute the load evenly. So having said that, I'm going to establish a center line for my bridge. It's going to help it with the test, but it's also going to help me with my sketch, okay? So I've got a 15-inch long bottom chord. I haven't addressed the length of my top chord. I'm going to go with 12 inches long, okay? So let's mark the beginning and end of that top chord. So if I line up my center line with 6, okay, I can make a mark at 0 and make a mark at 12, okay? And then all I got to do from there is connect the top chord and the bottom chord together. I'm drawing a line there. Okay, I'll do the same thing to the other side. Okay. Okay, it's starting to take shape here. All right, so basically at this point, to finish my side view, I just got drawing a bunch of triangles. Easier said than done, but that's all it is. Okay, so I have coincidentally, if you kind of look at this, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles that are along that bottom chord. Now let's do a little math here. If my bottom chord is 15 inches long and I've got 5 equally sized triangles to fit along that, the base of those triangles are going to be 3 inches. Okay, so I can go ahead and start making some marks for where those triangles are. Okay, so every 3 inches make a mark. Okay? Okay, with my 2 outer marks, I can draw those lines already. Pretty simple. Okay, and then let's see, I can draw a couple more. I can draw this center one. Okay, and let's see, I've got to draw in a line here. I'm going to transfer that up along that grid line. That's the point of my triangle. And then another one over on this side. Okay. Your design is critical. Everybody's going to use their design, and you're going to build your bridge right on top of it. Okay, so make sure you take the time with your design and make sure your lines are nice and straight. Your dimensions are on the board just to make sure you're following the limitations. Yeah, because you're going to build off of this, and what you build is going to get tested. So all this stuff is important. Okay, I'm just about done. I've got a few vertical web members to draw in, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, not so bad. Okay, so I've done this in less than 10 minutes. I could probably do it in less than 5 minutes if I wanted, but take your time with these. Do a good job. So I've established my side view, and this is a representation of my sketch. I'm not done yet though. Still got to draw the top view and then the end view. Okay, so let's just draw some extension lines from the side view. Okay, that's going to represent the overall length that's shown for my top view. Okay, so I've got an end-to-end mark. Why don't I just draw in a baseline from those end-to-end marks, and that's going to represent one side of my bridge in the top view. Okay, so I've got ends, I've got one longitudinal line here. Now I've got to draw the other one. Okay, so that's going to represent the minimum bridge width. When I'm looking at the top view, I can see the length of the bridge and the width of the bridge. So in this case, the minimum's 3. I'm going to stick with a 3-inch wide bridge. Okay, so come in here, make a mark at 3 on one of those grid lines, and then take my ruler, line it up with the grid line, and draw it in. Okay, so I'll draw these end lines a little darker so you can see them. Okay, so that's as far as I'm going to go with my top view. Okay, I just want a general outline of the bridge at this point for my top view. We'll get to a little bit of discussion on when you can add your beams and bracing in the top view. Okay, that's going to come after we do a calculation to see what we have left. So I've got this point, side view, top view. I need an end view. Okay, so I've run out of room, so I could very simply turn the page over if I want and draw in my end view. Okay, so the end view, okay, my bridge is 3 inches wide. It's 3.5 inches tall. Okay, so I know it's going to be squared up. So I'm going to get my triangle. Okay, let's see, 3.5 inches. And draw in the last line, okay? So this is the end view, okay? Bottom, top, and then the sides, okay? So the bottom is going to represent some of the roadway beams, and then the top one here is going to represent some of the top chord beams or braces. So that's basically it. I've got side view, top view, end view. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps. Till next time, we will see you later.